Thank you all. Obviously, there's a report out tonight that 24 years ago, I was apprehended in Kennebunkport, Maine for a DUI. That's an accurate story. I'm not proud of that. I oftentimes said that years ago I made some mistakes. I occasionally drank too much, and I did on that night. Policeman that I had been drinking, I paid a fine. My lesson, as I mentioned, I'm the first to say that what I did was wrong, and I've corrected that. And I think the people of America will understand that. I think the interesting thing is that why 5 days before an election, all of a sudden, that's your job. I got my suspicions. Thank you all. I've got my suspicions. I don't know.
That I hope that a mistake that the governor made 24 years ago would not have an impact in the final days of this election.
Because it's a matter which we're just not familiar with, which we don't know that much about, and it's just something that we don't feel that it's appropriate for us to be commenting about.
Is driving well?
That's right. She walked up to me a few minutes later, I guess, and she just mentioned to me that she had heard them talking about this. She said, you know, they're talking about OUI and George W. Bush, but, you know, I think they may be pulling my leg. I think this is a joke. She really didn't believe it.
I think the problem here is the decision that Governor Bush made to keep this a secret. I think it's the first rule of politics, which is tell people on your own terms. Let them make a judgment. Don't let this thing sort of come out this way. But I think the problem is he's compounded this problem by the way he reacted last night. Rather than just say, it's my fault, I take the blame, you all will have to make a judgment, he immediately sought to place the blame on someone else. And the Bush people, I think, are going around now in a sort of a ridiculous way and saying that somehow this is a positive for them. I think the reporter accurately portrayed how this story came out. And I think it raises a lot of questions, and I think he should just take responsibility for the mistake he made here and for the real mistake of not putting it out and keeping it from the American people, and not try to blame Al Gore or somebody else or some dirty tricks campaign.
This has nothing to do with how a great republic should choose its president.